Forever chemical is a term commonly used to refer to a group of synthetic chemicals known as per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances (PFAS). PFAS are a large family of man-made chemicals that have been used in various industrial and consumer products since the 1940s due to their unique properties, such as their resistance to heat, water, and oil. The term, forever chemical, is used because PFAS are highly persistent in the environment and do not readily break down. They have earned this reputation due to their long half-lives, which means they can persist in the environment for decades or even centuries. This persistence is mainly attributed to the strong carbon-fluorine bonds present in PFAS molecules. PFAS have been widely used in products like non-stick cookware, e.g., Teflon waterproofing fabrics, stain-resistant coatings, firefighting foams, and many other industrial applications. However, their widespread use has resulted in their presence in various environmental compartments, such as soil, water, air, and even in the bodies of humans and wildlife. The concern with PFAS arises from their potential adverse effects on human health and the environment. Some studies have linked exposure to certain PFAS compounds to various health issues, including kidney and testicular cancer, thyroid disease, immune system dysfunction, developmental effects in infants and children, and reproductive disorders. These chemicals are also known to bioaccumulate in living organisms, potentially reaching higher concentrations as they move up the food chain. Due to their persistence and potential health risks, there has been growing concern and regulatory action regarding PFAS. Many countries and regions have implemented restrictions and regulations on the use and disposal of PFAS-containing products. Efforts are also underway to develop safer alternatives to PFAS and to remediate contaminated sites. It's important to note that research on PFAS is ongoing, and new information continues to emerge about their potential risks and impacts.
Here are 15 examples of home utensils that may contain PFAS, and breakdown of the potential harm and ways to avoid exposure for each of the mentioned utensils. 1. Non-stick cookware. Overheating non-stick cookware can release toxic fumes that may cause flu-like symptoms in humans, known as polymer fume fever. To avoid this, use non-stick cookware on low to medium heat. Avoid using metal utensils that can scratch the coating, and replace cookware that is visibly damaged. 2. Microwave popcorn bags. Some microwave popcorn bags may contain PFAS-based coatings. If heated, these coatings can potentially migrate into the popcorn. To minimize exposure, consider using other methods to make popcorn, such as air poppers or stovetop popping, or look for microwave popcorn brands that advertise being PFAS-free. 3. Stain-resistant or water-repellent tablecloths. These tablecloths may contain PFAS that can leach onto food or come into contact with the skin. To reduce exposure, opt for untreated or natural fabric tablecloths or use table runners instead. 4. Pizza boxes or food containers with grease-resistant coatings. PFAS-based coatings on these containers can potentially migrate into food. Whenever possible, transfer food from these containers onto plates or use alternative containers that are PFAS-free. 5. Disposable paper plates and cups. Similar to pizza boxes and food containers, disposable paper plates and cups may have PFAS-based coatings. To minimize exposure, choose PFAS-free alternatives made from materials like bamboo or compostable plant fibers. 6. Takeout containers made of molded fiber. Some takeout containers made from molded fiber materials can have PFAS-based coatings for grease resistance. Request restaurants to use PFAS-free alternatives or transfer food to your own containers. 7. Baking sheets or pans with non-stick coatings. When non-stick coatings on baking sheets or pans are scratched, they can potentially release PFAS. Avoid using metal utensils that can scratch the coating. Opt for silicone or parchment paper liners, or choose stainless steel or cast iron baking pans as alternatives. 8. Electric grills. Electric grills with non-stick surfaces may release PFAS when heated. Consider using grills with stainless steel or ceramic surfaces, or use a layer of aluminum foil to create a barrier between the food and the grill. Coatings 9. Sandwich or food wrap papers. Some papers used for wrapping sandwiches or food can have PFAS-based grease-resistant coatings. Use PFAS-free alternatives like wax paper or parchment paper. 10. Coffee makers. Coffee makers with water-repellent coatings may contain PFAS. Look for coffee makers that explicitly state they are PFAS-free or opt for manual brewing methods like pour-over or French press. 11. Outdoor grills. Outdoor grills with non-stick cooking surfaces may release PFAS when heated. Consider using grills with stainless steel or ceramic surfaces, or use a layer of aluminum foil as a protective barrier. 12. Food storage containers. Food storage containers with water or stain-resistant coatings may have PFAS. Choose glass, stainless steel, or silicone containers as PFAS-free alternatives. 13. Disposable cutlery. Disposable cutlery with non-stick or water-resistant coatings may contain PFAS. Opt for PFAS-free alternatives made from compostable materials like bamboo or wooden cutlery. 14. Waffle makers or sandwich presses. Waffle makers or sandwich presses with non-stick coatings can release PFAS when heated. Consider using cast iron or stainless steel options as alternatives. 15. Cutting boards or mats. Cutting boards or mats with stain-resistant or water-repellent surface.